Good evening, fellow conservatives and patriots. I'm a member of the Jefferson Area Tea Party, who's honored to sit on the board among many who have worked very long hours and hard to guide the organization in a direction we hope our founding fathers would be proud of. Our members represent average citizens that think our government has lost its way and needs to come back in line with principles which made this nation great. Where all individuals are treated equally under our laws and limited only by their dreams and abilities. Amen. To quote a wise man, the execution of the laws is more important than the making of them. Equal rights for all, special privileges for none. Yay. For God's sake, let us freely hear both sides. Every man has a right to utter what he thinks truth, and every other man has a right to knock him down verbally for it. As we stand in the shadow of Thomas Jefferson's Monticello and within hearing distance of the great university that he created, the University of Virginia, there is a group of politicians and sympathetic citizens who want to stifle the constitutionally guaranteed First Amendment free speech rights of other citizens who do not agree with them. They should heed the wise words of our founding fathers and other men of wisdom. In question of power, then not let more be heard of confidence in men, but bind him down from mischief by the chains of the Constitution. Yes. That was a Kentucky resolutions done by Thomas Jefferson. We are here to do just that. We will not be cowed nor intimidated by those who would silence us, because we stand before you not just to protect our rights, but to protect the rights of all groups and all citizens to redress their government. Yay! Thomas Jefferson, a far wiser man than I am, said, "It behooves every man who values liberty of conscience for himself to resist invasions of it in the case of others, or their case may change of circumstances and become his own. Be careful who you put into public office, so that they have the proper temperament and attitude to fairly listen to all their constituents, even those with whom they disagree." Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's have a conversation before the election with those who feel a sense of entitlement over others and their resulting actions against citizens who do not agree with them. Again, the issue is not about the Jefferson Area Tea Party, but public officials and those in sympathy with their positions, name-calling and attempting to suppress the rights of others to achieve their own agendas. No sooner did Republican political signs go up than they were urinated on, disappeared, and torn down. This destruction consistently happens in every election cycle, mostly to Republican signs. These actions not only violate others' private property rights and free speech rights, but more importantly are an attempt to suppress the votes of those with opposing views. Delegate Toscano says on his website, allowing citizens to express some opposing views to theirs on selected issues to their local government officials is counterproductive. Too bad. Too bad. Wow. We met with him. He told us others had brought this to his attention.
Really?
But he refused to change it. Actually, what he did is wrote 3 additional paragraphs trying to explain it. He told us that if he changed it, we'd get on him. If he didn't change it, we'd get on him. And we said, you're right, you're a big boy, you shot yourself in the foot, figure out what you want to do. One of the other things he talked about was name calling. We had a big discussion on that. You can get real sophistry out of a lawyer. we explained to him that name calling was calling people radicals, barbarians at the gate. But calling someone a socialist is actually a political philosophy or an economic system. It's not name calling. If they soiled the words, that's their problem. Additionally, politicians like Cynthia Neff have called out individual citizens, literally at the Statesman Forum by name, calling them out because she doesn't agree with them. You have to seriously consider the temperament of who you want on the board. Do you want someone that is going to call out individual citizens because they do not agree with them?
No!
No! Re-elect Ken Boyd!
She was on Rob Schilling's show. Rob's over here in the audience. She got some tough questions from people calling in. She got very agitated about it. And kind of towards the end, she said, "Why should I bother coming on this show again?" Well, let me reinterpret it. Why should I bother coming on the show again and have to listen to people I don't agree with? They're your voters. Yeah. You're supposed to listen to them.
Yeah, you're doing right.
If she won't listen to you before the election, you can damn well be sure she won't listen to it afterwards.
That's right.
Yeah, what part of representative does she not understand?
And Chris Dumbler loves to have conversations. So maybe we'd like to have the conversation regarding the issue of his no comment on whether he would like to raise property taxes on people.
Also Cynthia Neff.
And Cynthia Neff had the same comment. What do you think the discussion's going to be if the Democrats control that board when it comes to raising taxes? I got a lot of money in my pocket. I'm willing to bet anybody what the end result's going to be.
No, you won't have it for long either.
Is this the type of attitude and double talk we want from our elected officials to have to interact with the citizens of Albemarle County? Why have we not in the past expected far more from those we've elected? How can politicians expressing these attitudes towards voters during an election be expected to fairly represent all the citizens of their district, including those that do not agree with them? I ask those of you with these intolerant attitudes, if you truly believe that your ideas are better for this country than your opposition's, then why do you attempt to suppress the voices of others who do not agree with you? Yes. Thomas Jefferson would not look kindly upon the actions of these politicians and citizens' efforts to suppress the free flow of ideas and the right to vote that he and the other founding fathers worked very hard to provide for us.
Amen, brother! Yay!
If you love the way the one-horse town of Charlottesville operates, telling the police not to remove people breaking the law, issuing them free permits in short periods of time, pleading with them to go get that permit so they don't have to be arrested, then go ahead and elect people like Cynthia Neff and Chris Dumbler to the Albemarle County Board of Supervisors. Their votes will be in agreement in almost every issue with the Charlottesville City Council. There will be no real conversation with groups that do not agree with them any more than the ones you find at the City Council today. Cynthia Neff is the vice chair of the Albemarle County Democrats. Chris Dumbler is their counselor. Why have they not spoken out against others like Amy Frazier, the district chair for Jack Jewett for the Democrats, who held up an extremely vulgar sign publicly during a rally supporting Charlottesville and Wall Street protesters? Was she in an official capacity? Do they, in fact, endorse and sanction this behavior? Is this what we want our children to be exposed to? Most Charlottesville residents would have been appalled by those words, and I'd be arrested if I repeated them up here. Whose temperament, backgrounds, ties to the community, and past actions best represent the values of the county residents, and who will be open to all voters with respect and tolerance. God bless you all. God bless America for fighting to remain in the land of the free.
Amen. God bless you.